It's time for reading. Boys and girls, we have been talking a lot about nonfiction books. I hope you were able to find some on Epic or online to look at. I will, of course, post that link again for you to go on Epic with our code. There's so many choices. Now, today, I want to teach you, I forgot to do teaching point. Today, I want to teach you that it is so important for you to go back and make sure you understand what you're reading, because nonfiction readers pay close attention. What do I mean by that? Well, I noticed the other day I was reading a really long chapter book, and when I got to about, almost halfway through, I realized that I didn't remember what I was reading. Why is that important? Tell somebody at home. Oh, I'm hearing some really good ideas. It's important because how else are you going to remember? So, what I want to show you today is that it's important to go back to the last place you remember. So, we read this part together. We read this part together, that they are big and weigh as much as 7 men. I read this part the other day about their fur. I read this part to myself. This is about their paws and how it helps them eat and walk. We talked about this part yesterday, how swimming helps them. And this is where I stopped. So I'm going to read a few pages, and then I'm going to show you how important it is to go back to make sure I'm paying attention. What's for dinner? A polar bear eats other animals. Seals are its favorite food. This bear is hunting seals on the sea ice. Seals come up for air at holes in the ice. The bear waits and waits. Finally, a seal appears. The polar bear snatches it in a flash. Polar bears have good noses. They can smell a seal 20 miles away. Polar bears have good hearing and eyesight, too. These come in handy when looking for dinner. This bear has spotted an Arctic fox. The ice melts in spring and summer. Polar bears stay with the ice when they can. They move to the land when the sea is gone. Sea ice is almost gone, mostly gone. Can you see what's happening? I am messing up my words. I am going way too fast, and I do not remember what I read on these 2 pages. I need to go back and make sure I remember this. I remember reading about the seals and them coming up for air and then the polar bear taking it. I don't remember a whole lot about this, so this is where I'm going to go back and start reading again. So, today, boys and girls, I want you to go back to a book and practice paying close attention. Going back to the spot you remember last, and then reading from there. Awesome sauce. I am going to attach a fun sheet for you today. It is called, and we've done this before too, it is this sheet. If you want, you can print it off, or you could write it down in a notebook or on a piece of paper. It has keywords, what they mean, 3 facts, an illustration about whatever nonfiction you're reading about, the most interesting thing I've learned, and I think that's it. Under the illustration, it says caption. A caption is, we've talked about this before, it's kind of like explaining what your picture is. So sometimes, like this, there are captions. This is more of a label, but sometimes there are captions next to it, to a picture, to explain what it is. trying to see if there's one more where I can show you. There's some jokes in here, which I always love. This is kind of like a caption. So a picture with an explanation underneath. So that is your job for today. I loved seeing you this week. I will see you on Tuesday. Have a fantastic break and Easter. Goodbye, my friends.